Okay, we are here at dmexco with Lindsay McEwan. He's the VP and Managing Director EMEA in Tealium. How are you, Lindsay? Everything all right?
I'm well, thank you very much.
I want to make you some questions. What is Tealium? What services do you offer?
So we consider ourselves data lifeguards. Our job is to help organizations get control of and move their visitor data around their organizations in real time.
What is the current market situation if we talk about transparency in the use of data?
I think it's an excellent question, and it's one that fuels my business and something that we talk about a lot. The reality of it is organizations track and use data across a multitude of brands and products. And the thing that disappoints me is there is a lack of trust between brands and personal data. And I really think that transparency and regulation around that relationship between brands and personal data really needs to increase. In May, when GDPR comes along, it's going to give a vehicle for brands to have a trusted kite mark on their brand so that personal data is comfortably passed to brands so that I get better products, goods and services offered to me based on what I'm interested in. Amusingly, my name is Lindsay, and in my country, Lindsay is a girl's name. So I'm somebody who strives for personalization because I spend my life being sent gender inappropriate products because I have a girl's name. Well, if these people could understand that I wasn't a girl, what I was interested, what my preferences are, I would be happy to have a value exchange with that organization to provide me better products, more relevant at the time when I need them and when I want them. Better transparency, better regulation builds a trusted exchange between me and the brands that I work with.
Understand. The users have real information about how companies use their data. Do you think it's like this? Because sometimes the users are not believing in what we are doing with their data, or like this, no?
Yeah, I think you make a very valid point. Some of the challenges that exist in our business are because there is no trust between brands and personal data. And traditionally, if you look at the generations that move, millennials are a very interesting organization because here is a group of people who are perfectly happy with their personal data to be used by organizations. And here's an interesting bit of data. They're much less brand loyal than I am. I've been with my bank for 20 years, and no matter how they disappoint me, I continue to bank with that same organization. The millennials that are coming up through and the centennials after them, they expect better service based on the data that people hold about them. So I think that the GDPR regulation that's coming in May has been a long time coming. It brings everybody up to the German standard of data protection. And I think it's going to be an excellent vehicle for organizations to, again, build a valued trust exchange.
Okay. You are speaking about the regulation. What is especially the General Data Protection Regulation, the GDPR? Can you explain some about this?
So there currently is a series of regulations that exist in Europe to protect the way in which communications are managed. There are a series of regulations that protect the data that we can store, how we manage privacy and how we manage the movement of that data around. The GDPR merely introduces financial penalties to organizations who do not adhere to the DPA regulation. So it's as I said before, it brings everybody in Europe up to the gold German standard, which is Section 11 of the German Federal DPA Act dictates that data must be secure. It dictates that personal data must be given with permission.
Yes, yes.
And GDPR is a set of regulations that ensure that organizations have permission to use personal data, they use it appropriately, they use it safely, and they store it and manage it in a safe and productive manner.
So you think it will solve the problems like the publicity scandal on YouTube? No, the brand safety problems we speak. Mark Pritchard yesterday said also in his big speech at the end of the day, no, say viewability problems. brand safety he was spoken about, no? Procter & Gamble. You think this will solve these problems or not alone?
I don't think regulation on its own solves any privacy problem.
Auto-regulation.
You know, any regulation. I mean, it's a combination of people, process, and technology. It's ensuring that everybody in your organization buys into the safe movement, the safe storage, and the control and audit of data as it passes through the organization. You can have the safest environment in the world, but if your CEO leaves his laptop on a train unlocked, what can you do? I mean, we hear about these stories about military officers leaving briefcases with secret plans on trains. They have a very strong set of regulations around protecting their data. They work in the military, there's very secure environments, but you know, sometimes people are people, they make mistakes. Sorry. So I think it's a component. It's great to see that the information commissioners in Europe have got together and decided to strengthen the protection around data, but it's a three-pronged approach. It's people, it's process, and it's technology.
And what do you think, Lindsay, what do you think about if the GDPR gives a real control to the users about their data? You think it will or not? Well,
I think before GDPR comes into action, subject to access requests to organizations were a very complex process. For me to try and find out the data that this brand would hold against me, I had to pay a fee and I had to enact a long, complex process. Now, there's no fee.
Okay.
Now there is a time bar for me to react to producing the data that I hold on you. Now there are penalties and regulations to make sure that when I ask to be deleted from an email database or from a contact strategy, it must be done within a time window. Oh, and if it doesn't, then there is a dictate from an EU body that allows organizations to be fined up to 4% of their global turnover or $20 million, whatever is the largest fee. So now there is real skin in the game around if you don't do what we say you're going to do, you will be fined. And I believe that this is an opportunity for organizations to build trust, to build transparency, and to tell people how they store their data, how they're safe with their data, and how they use data to provide them better goods, products, and services.
Hope they will listen to you. Hope they will do. Hope. What do you think about this fair? It's the first time. I don't know if it's the first time.
It's my fourth time at dmexco. I've been coming here for many years.
So you see it growing. You see it growing.
I think it grows considerably. I think this year, I think it was very good for dmexco to introduce a charge because we've seen a huge amount of real buyers come to see us instead of the usual students who are after free lip salve and cuddly toys. So it's driven a lot of the people away from the conference, and you know, we'll be coming back next year. It's a great conference for us, and we get a lot out of it.
You notice that it's going from German to more international, no? You notice it's going in this direction, no?
Well, today I have my French team, my Dutch team, my English team, and my German team on the stand. So it is truly an international event where the real key decision makers in organizations come together to make decisions on the greatest technology in our market.
Okay, as I see, you are happy here. You are making your good business, I hope, here in this fair. So thank you very much for your time, Lindsay. Thank you for this interview and wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.